Shalom, all praises, honor, and glory. It goes to YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWAHSHI, bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, double honors to the elders of Great Millstone. YAHAWAHSHI, YAHAWAHSHI, Brakathum to the hopeful elect. Shalom, shalom. Today's video is going to be entitled Conducting Yourselves Around Elder Brothers. Conducting yourselves around elder brothers. And this is for, members of the body that just came in 3, 2, 1 years ago. And even a refresher for us that have been in this thing, that there is an order, and then there is certain conducts that you want to display when you're around men that have been in 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 plus years in this truth. Because at the end of the day, we got to understand that it's not much that we can teach them, but it's a whole lot that they can teach us. And a lot of times the things you pick up and the things you learn are the unspoken behaviors. By watching these men conducting themselves, watch these men dialogue amongst other men, you can learn a lot. But if you're trying to do too much, if you're trying to make yourself equal with them, if you're trying to, get close and not honor these men for the works that they've done, you might miss out on some gems. Now, in every camp, you're going to have elders, and then there is times where, hey, brothers, we do get together, we do fellowship, but there has to be a certain boundary. There has to be a certain limit. And that's what the head brother out here in KC told us. He told us familiarity breeds contempt. So that means when you're so used to being around somebody and you get comfortable with somebody, that could cloud your judgment. You won't see that man as an elder, then you may see that man as a friend. You see, now brothers, they gonna be brotherly. But end of the day, this truth is about YAHAWAHSHI, YAHAWAHSHI. This truth is about getting our spirits right in order to please the Most High. Brothers not there to be your friends, man. So the same brother that might drink with you, laugh with you, joke with you, may be the same brother that get in your ass and cuss you the fuck out. And you can't get offended at that. But that's why I say you don't want to get too comfortable to where you feel like you're above rebuked. But let's get into some precepts. Ecclesiastes chapter 32 verse 7. Speak, young man, if there be need of thee, and yet scarcely when thou art asked twice. Right? A lot of time when we get together in fellowship, the spirit might move on brothers, and we, start speaking in the spirit. Those moments where Jake, you drink and listen to music, but all of a sudden, the spirit hops on brothers, and we all tune in. In those moments, don't say shit. In those moments, that's when you soak up. You see? What it say, keep thy foot. We always bring that out, that Ecclesiastes 5. When the spirit moves like that, tune in. Cause like I said in the beginning of the video, it's not much that we as younger brothers can teach these elder men. But it's a whole hell of a lot that they can teach us. It says, speak, young man, if there be need of thee, and yet scarcely if thou art asked twice. Let thy speech be short, comprehending much in a few words. Be as one that knoweth and holdeth his tongue. Right. You may even be able to edify on that point that the brothers is making. But by hearing it from somebody older than you, it may have better understanding behind that. You see, because our understanding only goes so far. The more experience you have in this truth, the better understanding you get. So yeah, you may be able to speak on a topic of dealing with wicked ass women, but you ain't you don't know how deep it goes of brother that's been through X, Y, and Z dealing with these females. You see? That's just an example, But it says, let thy speech be short, comprehending much in a few words. Be as one that knoweth and yet holdeth his tongue. If thou be among great men, make not thyself equal with them. See, especially when we have large groups, large gatherings of brothers, you know, sometimes the elder brothers might get together and discourse with themselves. Let them have that space. And obviously, you know, if you just happen to be around, hey, just sit back and listen. But you don't want to be one that make not thyself equal with them. You don't want to always be in the forefront. You don't want to always be next to the elders and putting yourself in that position, especially if you're a young man. You know, it's really best to just fall back and peep game. I can't express that enough. Fall back and peep game. If thou be among great men, make not thyself equal with them. And when ancient men are in place, use not many words. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Fall back, peep game. Because, you know, brothers that may have came in 3, 2, 1 years ago, they may not have the experience, or they may not have seen, you know, certain elders as long as we have. You know, I start watching, you know, I found out the truth in about 2017. So not only was I able to see brothers back then from about 5-6 years ago, but you know, those channels were still up. I was still able to go back and look at the old YouTube channels and see brothers from 2012, 2011, 2013, 2010. You know, some 2009 videos, I was still able to see that. So by being able to watch their works, I had a high honor and respect for them, man. But if you only just came into the truth and you just really, you know, getting your feet wet, you just understanding what the truth is about, hey, understand that you're around a potential prophets in the ancient world. You're around high and mighty men of the Lord willing we be the elect. You see what I'm saying? These what it say? These are ancient men. Ancient men. So you have to conduct yourself with that high honor, even if these is members in your camp, even if this is men you see every week, you still gotta hold that reverence. It's Ecclesiastes 3 verse 17. My son, go on with thy business and meekness, so shalt thou be beloved of him that is approved. The greater thou art, the more humble thyself. Right. And I know elder brothers, they have that humble spirit, you know. It's never been a situation where elder brother, you know, disrespected me or made me feel like I was less than that because he was X amount of years in the truth. No, they have that understanding. The greater thou art, the more humble thyself, and thou shalt find favor before the Lord. You see? So if we desire to be on the path of what it say, any man that strive for masteries, you know, if you strive to be, you know, in this truth long term, it's all about humility, and it starts with your first few years in the truth and knowing that you just there to sit back and listen. Really, you know, I had the honor of being able to travel a little bit. I was able to meet elders in different regions, and you know, all I can say is the YAHAWAH, bahasham, and Lord willing, you know, we're able to keep a good report, because there is men that's been in the past that were able to go to New York and visit the apostles and eat and drink with the apostles, but end of the day they turned out to have a bad report and were ousted. You see, this is how dangerous and how serious this truth is. You know, as much as we love fellowship and gathering, hey, the spirit can be taken from brothers. That's why it's always important. Hey, I would say a good name is above precious rubies. Make sure you have a good report. You don't want to be one that's, you know, that's always doing too much, or you know, one that don't know how to control his spirit, or one that doesn't honor and reverence elders in the church. Proverbs chapter 25 verse 30, 25 verse 6. Proverbs 25 verse 6. It says, put not forth thyself in the presence of the king, and stand not in the place of great men. Right. That's why I said in certain time when we gather in fellowship, and let, you know, if elder brothers is around, let them have that space. Sometimes, you know, if you walking or we talking in a group and you kind of see elder brothers talking amongst themselves, give them that space. Me, I just fall back. I let them, you know, discuss what they need to discuss. Now, if they really, if the conversation was really for me, they would have included me. But sometimes they do have that. Let them do that, man. You don't have what it say. Be not a busybody in other men's affairs. Let them men talk. Let them men, edify each other. Because they may be speaking on some meat that you you may not be able to comprehend. Some meat that you're not able to digest yet. See, but that goes into making not thyself equal. Just because we brothers don't mean that we're worthy of hearing every conversation amongst brothers. And like I said, if you do get into that space, take it as a blessing and just shut the fuck up and peep. But last precept. Sirach chapter 31 verses 12. If thou sit at a bountiful table, be not greedy upon it, and say not, there is much meat on it. Verse 16. Eat as it becometh a man those things which are set before thee, and devour not, lest thou be hated. So it say, be not greedy upon a bountiful table. Especially, brothers get a little hype when the chicken come. Brothers get a little hype when the tequila gets popped. But hey, make sure the elder man is getting their share first. Make sure the elder man is getting their plates. Make sure the elder man is getting their cups filled first. Now you do have humble men out there that say, you know what, no, y'all brothers go ahead. But always ask first. Don't just assume that's okay for you to start digging in, and you got a whole man 15 years in the truth, stomach rumbling. He ain't even got his buzz on, but half the bottle of tequila is gone. You see, but that goes into being mindful. Sirach chapter 31 verse 17, it says, leave off first for manners sake, and be not unsatiable lest thou offend. Let's get that unsatiable. Unsatiable and impossible to satisfy. Which means that you want more and more. Yeah, not able to be satisfied, greedy. Let's read that again. It says, Sirach chapter 31, it's verse 17. Leave off first for manners sake, and be not unsatiable lest thou offend. Right? You want to eat all the chicken. You want to drink all the tequila. No, sometimes you only get a certain level of buzz because you want to make sure your brothers is right, man. It say, when thou sittest among many, reach not thine hand out first of all. Whoso is liberal of his meat, men shall speak well of him, and the good report of his housekeeping is well believed. But against him that is a niggard of meat, the whole city shall murmur, and testimonies of his niggardness shall not be doubted of. Right? If you got a bad report, you know what I'm saying? You conduct yourself all types of wrong, man. You eat all the chicken, you drink all the tequila, and you talk way too fucking much, man. That's a bad report. But it's about doing things in moderation and doing things in the spirit, man. But Lord willing, it's edifying. All praises, honor, and glory, it goes to YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWAHSHI, bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, double honors to the elders of Great Millstone. YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWAHSHI, brakathum to the whole elect. Shalom, shalom.